Hey guys, it's Tim with Ukiku.com. Kind of wanted to do a quick review of the outdoor ukulele. As we all know, the all polycarbonate uke that was originally on Kickstarter. I was one of the people that kickstarted it, but it didn't succeed. And some of you know my feelings on this ukulele, and it's kind of obvious that I'm not in love with it, so we'll just go with that. But I don't want to come across as I hate this ukulele. This is not a uke that I hate. There are ones that I hate, that I've hated, and actually, honestly, I haven't reviewed a few that I threw in a fire. So here's the deal. Let's start with the positives. One, this is indestructible. It's polycarbonate. It's not going to crack because of humidity or heat. I've left it in my car on hot days. I live in central Illinois, Normal, Illinois, if you want to come visit me sometime. And and it's been 100 degrees almost consistently for weeks on end here. And at night it gets down to 60. So it's been hot, it's been cold, it's been hot, it's been cold, sitting in my car, and I'll tune it, when it's hot, and it stays in tune until it gets cooled down, and then it's out of tune, which, no surprise there. That's just how, physics works. So it's indestructible. It's pretty playable. It's loud. It's loud. It's playable and all that, and it's waterproof. I know that because we took it in a pool at the Mighty Mo, and, I dunked it for it was in the water for a good hour. No issues there. So obviously the glue is not water soluble. Michelle Scott actually played it there too. There's a picture of her on her Facebook page playing this one. And kind of a side note, if you do plan on taking this in the water, or if you do and you can't get the water out, which I couldn't, I had to do a lot of work, drill a couple holes, bottom here and possibly up at the head, top of the headstock, to get the water out. This one doesn't smell or anything. I got the water out, but it took a lot of doing to make sure it was good and dry. So just kind of a side note there. The other positive is I know for outdoor people or people that live in climates where humidity is extremely low, I know someone that has one of these, and this is a godsend to him. He can keep this out and not have it humidified. He's blown up a couple ukes because the humidity was so low and the temperature was just so varied. So this has actually been a godsend for him, and that's awesome. And for a lot of people, this is going to be great. I would give this to a little kid and say, go nuts. There's very little they're going to be able to do to it. I mean, you can't scratch it. Sorry. Can't scratch it. Can't really dent it. I threw this thing a good 50 feet at somebody at Ukulele World Congress. Broke a string, but this thing did not break. So overall, for $100, yeah, go nuts. Buy one. I would recommend it in a collection. It's got a different sound than almost anything that you'll play, even plastic ukes. Some of the older ones, they sound completely different from this. So those are really the positives. I mean, but the reality is, I'm just kind of meh. I'm not angry. I'm not angry about buying this uke. Actually, I bought this uke, which I don't generally review ukes I've purchased. But so I just kind of want to give you a couple things on this. One of my big myths is a squared off neck. I know we put a lot of work into getting this into CAD and having it molded and doing all that, but really it needs a round neck. This makes it very uncomfortable to play, at least for me, maybe because I have bigger hands. And some people may not have issues with it, but I think it's kind of awkward to play that. Also, since all of the parts are molded, you can't fix the intonation on this. It's not horrible. It's playable, but if you're a professional player or your ear is very sensitive, don't buy this. You're going to kill yourself. Also, I purchased it. This is number 19 also, so just keep that in mind. Some of my complaints might have been fixed, but these are the original tuners that came on it. They are friction tuners, like literally peg tuners, like old style tuners. And I did everything I can to make these things work. I even rubbed them on my nose. Jerry Hoffman showed me that little trick. He puts the oil on them and makes it so they can actually tune. These would not. They just suck. They just don't work. So luckily I had some gold friction tuners that just slipped right in. No modifications needed to do it. Not a huge deal. I mean, these are the cheapest of cheap tuners. I mean, if you look at them, you'll know these are cheap. They just have, there's plastic and a little bit of metal and all that. They work great. They stay in tune. Life is great when it comes to that. Sound-wise, one of my beefs is it kind of has this, it just literally mutes in a matter of seconds. No matter, it's kind of also, you know, and it's just got a weird sound to it. But for some people, that's a positive. Also, mine didn't come with any headstock logo or anything. Actually, I had to put the sticker in mine. Sorry, I had to put it in there, and it's crooked because it wasn't in there before. It really should have been put in before the top was put on. And also, kind of wish the frets would have gone a little bit farther, so you have all this, because you have all this room. Why not? But I mean, I was thinking about putting a little vinyl sticker in there of my logo or something at one point, but I'm going to be giving this thing away. So season 82 of the ukulele on Ukulele Underground's forum. So if you want it, make a video and post it on the contest page for that. So, but beyond that, it's just, I don't know, I'm not in love with it. And I wish it was better. I expected it to be better, since it was basically machined and everything should be literally perfect from nut to saddle, and it's just not. It's just not. So, and keep in mind, this is my opinion. Take it or leave it, and please do comment on what you like about it, what you didn't like about it. Did you agree? You don't agree? And I'm not someone who is going to attack you for liking it. Like it, love it. I know somebody who has 3 of them, and she thought I was a total hater. I'm not. I'm just not in love with it. It's meh. And I'll be the first to admit, I'm probably spoiled when it comes to playing nice ukuleles for relatively cheap, like the one behind me right there, hanging my David Gill. It's a $300 all-wood uke that I love. So maybe I'm spoiled, but reality is, it's something that if you bought it, good for you. Awesome. You love it. Awesome. I think you have every right to love it. I just don't. So take it or leave it. And, you know, it'll soon be out of my life, and I won't have to deal with it anymore. So whoever the next lucky owner is, hopefully they love it. Bye.